Guys, we have a very unique discussion this week because we're pitting PlayStation against a service. Not another console, but Game Pass. What does PlayStation need to do to counteract the flying success that Game Pass has seen? Nate, what are your thoughts on this one?
Well, man, I think the real question is, what do they have up their sleeve?
Yeah.
And I think the answer is they don't really have much, man. Because in all fairness, with all that's going on, them closing down the PlayStation stores, they would definitely have some sort of counter for it. Be like, don't worry, we're going to be doing this, or, we're going to be buffing PS Now, or we're going to be incorporating that into the PlayStation Plus, something like that. But no, they've just, kept silent,
right?
Which maybe they are kind of like that. But at the same time, man, with all the hot press around Xbox, that's literally what the internet is talking about for the last month.
Yeah.
It's like, you'd think they'd want us to be like, okay, PlayStation's got this up their sleeve, or, they're cooking up something soon for this summer. What do you think, Corey?
You know what, man? I think the smoke and mirrors thing here with Sony, it's not happening. Right now, they're just getting straight up outpaced by Game Pass. There's more, they offer more, the variety's there. There's games, coming in and out of the service. We're getting AAA titles. We're getting the show. So I mean, right there, that's a huge win for Xbox over PlayStation. Thank you, MLB, for finally making that happen. But at the same time, my news article today was Battlefield 6 could possibly be dropping on Game Pass day one. And I mean, everybody that's played Battlefield 5 is really waiting for Battlefield 6. So it's just one of those things where if we're going to be getting big titles like that dropping regularly on this service, included with all these other games to choose from, there's just a larger audience to appeal to when, PlayStation's dropping Avengers this month. Well, that's a great game. Don't get me wrong. That game is awesome to a point. And so when I'm done playing that game because, I'm out of content, or I'm not into it anymore, what else do I jump into? I only have one or two other titles to choose from that are free that month. When Game Pass, I can just jump into whatever I want. I mean, there's so many titles.
So,
it just blows my mind.
Here's the catch. PS Plus, they have been killing it with their games.
Yes.
But they're games that, most players already have, or their big fan base. Game Pass, you get games day one with included in your package. You know what I mean? So it's like Days Gone. Most people that wanted to play it already did. So,
Absolutely. No,
I don't know. It's it's great. You're getting 7-month-old games, or a game that had maybe 25,000 tops on Steam playing it. You know what I mean?
There's definitely a big shift we're starting to see with Xbox taking over with the whole Game Pass. That's why I said we're putting PlayStation right now against Game Pass. Think about that, right? It's not PlayStation versus Xbox. It's a service we're putting PlayStation against. We're doing that because we're starting to see the rise. We've seen the rise now for a while with Game Pass and how successful it has become. Jim Ryan says he just doesn't see it happening long term and lasting. It seems to be paying off pretty well, I think. This monthly service, right? Think about that. A monthly service that we all pay for. You get Ultimate Game Pass. What's that, $20 a month? From me, from Nate, Corey, from Adam, from Scott. We're all in. Every month, we're in there. And we're just... There's 5 of us, 6 of us, right? That's nobody. There's 20 million users for Game Pass. 20 million, okay? PlayStation Now is a streaming platform with a couple downloadable titles. These are all old titles. We're not getting day one titles over there. They have 2.2 million users. So if you want to compare apples to apples, dude, Jim Ryan may want to rethink about his structure over here and see what he can do to catch up, because Game Pass is now starting to take a landslide away from PlayStation. PlayStation 4 came and it took the mind share easily from Xbox. They won the generation for PS4. This time around, I'm starting to see things slowly change over because of Game Pass, not because of Xbox, because Game Pass is everywhere. Whether you want to be on the cloud, on your PC, or on your console, Game Pass can be found almost everywhere, and it'll be shortly coming to your TVs. So it'd just be included, right? So what does PlayStation do? PlayStation needs to figure out something. They need to, PlayStation years ago bought Gaikai. Gaikai was their service to now, which is now launched as PlayStation Now. They need to match what they're doing with Xbox, or somehow figure out to kind of pass them, right? Then drop the day one titles. I don't think they want to do that. I don't think that's PlayStation's model whatsoever. They want to see the numbers drop. So when Last of Us Part 2 drops, you pay day one. You're not going to get that on some kind of service like Game Pass. They want you to bring out your money. And that makes me, I see a lot of people shifting. Dude, a lot of people now, from what I've seen, are starting to actually put their PlayStations down and shift to Xbox because of Game Pass alone.
No, it's wild, Drew. I completely agree, because the fact is PlayStation took the new next gen console launch by storm. Let's agree. They won the launch over Xbox. And the one thing we slighted Xbox for was kind of the fact that, you know, the only thing they were really offering was Game Pass. And I mean, at the time, it's not because it was a bad service at all. I mean, it was still really great. I mean, it's just a few months ago, really. But at the same time, it's like, well, we wanted the exclusives. But again, once those exclusives run out, if you're not, you know, backing them up with anything else afterwards, i.e. free games every month, I mean, they've always prized themselves in the fact that the games they put out every month of being the quality games, right? Over quantity, right? They're not giving you a pile of games to choose from. They're giving you, you know, 2-3 solid titles. Whether they're, you know, years old or whatever they may be, they're still solid games. But that model isn't working anymore. People want as much content as they can grab. So honestly, until PlayStation makes a Game Pass, an exact model, they're never gonna pass. I don't see how they could.
I just don't think that they will. I don't think that's in the PlayStation brand, right?
No, man. We saw the shift years ago with movies and how Netflix just kind of came in by storm. And now that everyone's got their streaming services everywhere. And, like, I don't see games necessarily... Like, people are always going to want to buy games. But, I don't know. It's definitely, like you guys said, man. Like, it's the new era. And PlayStation really needs to, I think, reevaluate, you know, moving forward in maybe 2022, how they're going to do things.
Step the game up.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely interesting to see the big shift, because that's what I said. We're not talking about Xbox. We're talking about Game Pass. We want to know what you guys think at InsideTheGame.ca, or join us on Discord, where there the community is hopping, and so is this topic.